I spent Christmas in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. It was an honor, a spectacular view from my Airbnb, the rooftop. It was on the top of a community called Babylonia in the Leme district of Rio de Janeiro, which is, if you're in Copacabana and you're looking out at the ocean, it would be to your left. Leme, to your right, would be Ipanema. The thing I like about Brazil is the views, the vista. And I love the culture. When you're there, you really feel like you're immersed in a very exotic and unique culture. And there I am exotic, south of the equator. And I'm very aware of the Coriolis effect and how the tide or the vibe is spinning in the opposite direction as in the north of the equator. So it feels like I am unwinding, just necessary in life. I mean, I don't know what my life would be without experiencing this place. And when I first visited the place during the Olympics, I knew that this was a place that I wanted to return to. I remember making the determination, standing upon a lucky star that was marked on the ground, and it was to return. And I've returned now 11 times, and each time has been a wonderful experience. And I'll spend a lifetime telling these stories, trying to put these experiences in words. But the ultimate message that I am here to convey is for those travelers who desire to go beyond the ordinary, the boundaries established by our state, our mind state, into new realms and exotic places, not only to experience for yourself, but we carry a certain spirit of our ancestors, because we are ambassadors. And this actually carries over into our relationships, even into the intimate parts. We are ambassadors. When we shake a hand, or when we bump a fist, or even when we make love. We are ambassadors. The way we give, the way we make eye contact, we are ambassadors. And we are not African. We are Afro-American. Not to say that we are not brothers or not related. What I'm saying is we are not the same. We are actually more rare. We have a more reduced population. And fewer of us actually are seen abroad. i.e., this is part of the concept of the black swan. We know now, today, that black swans exist, but it was a time where people didn't think they actually exist, but that they were mythological. Something that they may have heard about. It was but it eventually is proven to be true, real, authentic. And so this is the reason why I hone in on the word ambassador. Because we cannot forget that when we are abroad, we are representing not only our country, the nation where we came from, but the people of our likeness. And if we act foolish, this affects all of us. But if we act generous, this affects all of us equally. Good things, good fortune occurs to those who warrant it, attract it. So, in my next episode, I'll talk a little bit more about being safe. But if you want to become a Patreon member, I encourage you to do so, because with my members, I share a little bit more depth as far as my experiences in Rio de Janeiro and in other countries like Egypt and Belize and even places in Europe like Rome and Spain. So I want to offer advice, to those who are seeking to become solo travelers, or solo travelers who are seeking to explore the places that I am familiar with. Highly recommend Rio de Janeiro for all people, but there are some things that you need to be aware of. So I have actually composed a travel guide to Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, which talks about the mindset of international travel and what you can expect during your journey to Brazil. The type of attitude and perseverance that's required, right? The type of modesty to make sure that you are safe, and the disposition you need to enjoy Rio de Janeiro and the culture and the people. Of course, for us men who are attracted to the beautiful nature of the women of Brazil, Brazil can truly enhance your quality of life. And much of it is a personal experience. This is the reason why I say you have to go experience it for yourself. You cannot live vicariously through me, but only be inspired. Alright? Because I'm a big proponent of the question, where is your faith leading you to? Are you exercising your plans, executing your plans? Or are you just talking? Are you just living in circles, every year the same? Every year you want to premeditate going into the next year. What do you want to do? This year I want to explore South America. Specifically, I want to get more in detail, learn a different perspective of Brazil. I want to explore Bahia. And I also want to explore different cities in Colombia, South Africa. So, you need to be able to have your plans and what you want to achieve kind of already set in mind and written down so that you know how to negotiate or maneuver. Right? Sometimes you need to arrange a specific date. Sometimes you need to budget your time. You need to know what you're saving for. You need to establish benchmarks and timelines. And the more you want to do, the more you have to plan. You have to schedule. You have to have a calendar in your book. And so this is the reason why I say you want to be part of my travel workshop. A solo travel, or it's really about teaching the disposition necessary to be a solo traveler, and putting yourself around people who are planning, going places, exchanging ideas and tactics and skills. Check me out on Patreon, Black Swan Radio. I also have an Illuminated Nubian book club for those who enjoy detailed Bible study from an Afrocentric perspective, a free scholar's perspective. These are my passions. This is my message today. I want to thank you for listening. I invite you to leave your comment. Please share with anyone who may enjoy flight music and worldview discussion. And until we meet again, make sure you keep the faith, execute your plans, live a fulfilling life. That's the goal. It's not to retire, but to wing yourself off of the labor force, out of the labor force into the world in which you want to live. Remember, you have to have purpose. You have to have a product. You have to have something to offer, something to exchange and interact with the public. Something the public values. So, if you value this content, please share it, like it, and join myself and our members at, you can find me at blackswanradio.com or Illuminated Nubian.